chill on the couch with us.
It's 2012, our first bitchin' for this year. Happy New Year to the bitchin' panel, and we've got 3 of them in this year at a time. Let me introduce our bitches for today. We've got, of course, June Kelly. Welcome back.
Thank you, Fred.
Did you have a great
Nice to be
New Year?
back. Had a wonderful New Year, thank you.
Thank you for coming back. Ted Bull back on Curtin FM breakfast on Saturday mornings. Welcome back.
I just feel so gentle this year.
Had a good New Year.
Wonderful New Year, and all the better for
Got any
being back a
lovely
bitchin'.
surprises this year? Any Christmas
Life
presents?
is full of surprises. When I wake up each morning not dead, that's a surprise for me.
It's a surprise to
That may
us
surprise your wife as well. And Natalie Foster, of course, Inspector Natalie
Yes.
Foster from the RSPCA. Welcome back.
Thank you very much. It's like I never left.
And can you wear your uniform maybe next time we do this segment?
I've been asked that a couple of times by
On the
various
show, I'm
people.
talking. Oh, yes.
Sorry, I thought you meant after hours.
No.
Well, no, not unless there's
I do have
animals.
a party for you to come to.
Oh, it's going to be like one of those stripograms. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to strip either.
No.
That's a different story.
No.
Welcome, guys. We've got some great topics today to talk about. Let us start with you, Natalie.
Look, I saw this on the internet. I thought it was going to be a joke. This is where our money is going, people. The money that we put into universities, because Macquarie University had problems with the toilets being left in an unhygienic sort of way. I'm not going to go into details. I'm going to leave that to your imagination. So what they've done is, because they've got a lot of foreign students, so what they've done is they've come out with posters to show
there
you
it is
how
there.
to use a toilet
Wouldn't that
correctly.
give you the shits?
Well, look at this. I'm just glad it wasn't graphic, because you can see that's you can't see it's a woman, but that's a woman.
But she hasn't taken a...
But
she
it's got a
hasn't sort of run her
strike.
skirt up,
But
has she?
it's got a
No,
strike
you're
through it
right.
because she's squatting
You're
on
right.
the
If it was a
toilet.
man, it'd have an extra bit.
And then this is what was happening at the universities. And then there's somebody squatting next to a toilet. So look, that's not the way to do it, kids. You've got to sit on the toilet, and you've got
So
to.
that's how you do it?
Yeah.
All these
What's
years
the
I
whole-
didn't know
That's
that.
why I don't go to the
What's
toilet
the
after
problem?
you, Ted.
Why the story? What are we doing?
Well, basically what they've done, it's taken 15 months. It's not just happened 15 months ago. And now the cleaning company have said, hey, the problem has been eradicated. So how are these people going to the toilet overseas?
Can I just tell you, I worked at a place, I'm not going to say where it was, Medicare, government. And we had a problem. We had obviously multicultural people. They made that mistake many years ago. And what happened was, the problem was in the women's toilets, because you've got different culture backgrounds, we used to find poo on the floor. Now, we thought it was someone...
Maybe it's a cat.
No, but we thought it
Stray
was someone
cat.
telling the management what they thought of them, okay? So for many months we let it go, and we used to get the cleaners would come in with a mask and vomit everywhere. But then we found out it was a culture thing, because the women from this special country, I don't know where it was, don't sit on the toilet, they squat over it, and it misses the bowl. But they can't pick it up because it dirties their hand and it's sacrilegious and all. This is what we were told. And you know what? We addressed this issue and basically said to them, well, can you pick it up then off the floor? And it became a big deal, and it happened. They didn't do any training.
Sorry, how big are these women? They're missing
Can I just tell
a
you-
toilet bowl.
Can I just tell you, don't worry about how big the women were, but the poo was huge.
Well, a lot of fibre in those countries.
Sorry, go.
Sorry.
Go. No, you're not. Just
The
go.
thing is,
Yep.
Natalie,
June, have your say.
I've been to those toilets overseas as well. Have you ever done that, trying to squat into the hole? So, I mean,
No,
I would
I
have really
haven't. I take
appreciated
a doggy
having
poo bag
those
with me.
posters up so
Do you
that I
think it's a
worked out
good
how
thing?
to use those.
Do you think it's a good
I
thing,
do.
guys, that
Look,
we do this?
It's
I think it's
it has worked.
productive as
Okay.
well.
Yes.
So if these posters have worked to train people how to use the toilet, could we please create a poster to show guys how to put the toilet seat down?
No, hang
that's the
on.
next post.
Now, hold the phone. Why don't women take the toilet seat up?
Because we are
When
the
you
superior
finish, why not lift it
species,
up?
and Ted, you're supposed to do what we tell you. Otherwise,
Why
you're
don't
not
we
putting
just-
out. Okay?
Why don't we
Yep,
just go back
okay.
to digging a hole in the backyard then?
Oh, you do that too.
Oh, thank you. So, do we think the story is a great one? Do you think it's a good idea that they're doing this just quickly?
Well, yes, it's
individually?
solving
Yep.
the problem,
It's
isn't
worked.
it?
Good.
I think
Macquarie
it's
University is doing it. They're going to do it in other universities, other parts of Australia.
I think they need to do it in Medicare.
I think they need to do it overseas.
Well, I think it's the kind of thing you write a thesis on.
Well,
Feces.
yeah.
That was good.
Thank
I
you.
missed that, Ted.
Thank you, Ted. What's your topic? Because I think this one's an interesting one as well.
Well, this one is, once again, I don't know whether you've noticed Nicola Roxon on telly,
saw
but
her
she
with a
loves
packet
to
of
tell
cigarettes.
people, I'm Nicola Roxon, the Attorney General.
Who's acting
I'm waiting
health
for her to
minister
say,
again.
I'm Nicola Roxon and you're not. And I think the name for a start sounds like a glam rock star from the 70s.
Yeah.
Hi, Nikki Roxon here.
She looks like she's done a bit of party.
Yeah,
They
she
need probably
does.
as much glam as they can get in them.
Anyway, Nikki is really narc. She's a narky Nikki because over in France, cigarettes are being sold, Winnies, with a kangaroo on the label.
And it says Australia's favourite
Yeah,
brand.
Australia's favourite. And they're concerned that Australia's image overseas is being besmirched by this. And I sort of feel, you know, I know they come in a skip-top box, but I sort of think, you know, people are smart enough, even in France, to know that it's not necessarily denigrating Australia because there's a kangaroo on it. Because, as you said about kangaroos...
It's Australians' favourite meat, isn't it?
Do you guys think? Can you
Not if it's
picture?
been smoking.
Can you picture the next ad? Sonny with the packet of cigarettes and Skippy going, and Sonny going. So Winfield are your favourite brand, are
And
they,
you've got a
Skippy?
barbecue in the background as well. Do you want
Do
barbecue
you think?
sauce?
But I think the health minister's correct in saying that Australia has a very good health record. We're a very healthy country compared to a lot of these countries.
But I think people know. Look, I think it's a
Do you know what,
it's a
though?
what's in a thingo.
It's like
it's
a
a
little
butt in an
logo.
ashtray.
If you're going to have a logo of somebody smoking a native animal, go with the koalas because, you know, they're
They catch
smoking
on
some
fire
good
quick.
shit up there in those trees.
Eucalyptus.
Yeah. And when you think about it,
how you doing down there?
the Americans have done it already with Smokey the Bear. Haven't
You are
they?
getting really into this. What about you, June? Any impersonations you can do of animals?
No, I'm not good at those. I'll leave it up to the
do you
expert.
I went to university.
Do you think we have an
I
ownership
hope
over
you
the
went
kangaroo?
to the toilets.
Do you think we own the kangaroo and we've got a right to say no? Or
I
do you
think
reckon it's fair game,
we were
so to
just
speak?
discussing that earlier. I think there's so many things nowadays, what's right and what's wrong.
We don't own
what's-
Vegemite. We
It's
don't
like-
own peanut butter anymore. We don't own Kraft. We don't own Rosella. We don't own all these companies. What are we
No,
worried
we
about?
don't. Do we own the kangaroo?
No.
Okay.
So we don't have a problem with it?
No.
No, go on, give them a smoke.
And isn't
Yeah.
it funny? When are we going to start saying if you want people to stop smoking, make them illegal?
What,
Maybe
people
they could-
illegal?
No, make smoking illegal.
Maybe
No,
they could.
kangaroos are
Oh,
legal.
kangaroos
Well,
illegal.
maybe they could put on the cigarette packets. Visit Australia, the best place to be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Skip
yeah.
to it.
Give Skippy a smoke before
Free
you run him over.
advertising.
June, you've got a great topic moving right along. This one here is one that's close to my ass.
I think it's close to my shoulders.
Okay, well, not my
I'll
ass.
tell you why.
I didn't think I was that big.
What my story is about is why heavier people are getting asked now, or they're looking at actually making them pay more because they're using more fuel to be able to transport these people. Now, I don't know that it's just a weight issue. I think that for me, I sit next to my husband who works out, and he's got really broad shoulders, and I'm not exactly petite either. So he's 1/3 into my seat, and I well and truly take up my shoulder space, and it's very uncomfortable.
Why don't you
So-
just sit on his lap?
Well, when he's working out.
we had that story before. What happens
Oh, yeah.
when people
So,
sit on other people's
I have to
laps
say
on
to
flight?
you, being a larger person, I have never had a problem on the Asian or Australian airlines or the budget airlines. They allow us always to have the middle seat or the side seat.
Yeah.
They always give me two.
There's heaps of spare
but
room.
usually I'm sitting on top of the person they put me near and they have to move.
Do you know, I dread going through customs when I go into the airport anyway. Do you know what I'm thinking is as you're walking through customs, you got those people in uniform, all of a sudden they're going to have one of those biggest loser
Wait.
scales,
Yes.
right? And you're going to have to jump
Well,
on.
that's what I'm
And I'm going to be taking all my earrings off and
Do
my
you know
watch
what?
off and all my
On a
coins because I
personal
want
level,
to...
it
That
is
would be
embarrassing
embarrassing.
because,
Yeah.
like you're saying, I don't think it's going to be the only way they can do it because they're going to set a limit. Say it's 120 kilos for standard seat. If you're slightly bigger, they're going to say, "Excuse me, can you weigh yourself?" And say you're 140. What are they going to do?
But
And there's
shouldn't
AJ
it work
standing
the other
there.
way? I mean, shouldn't skinny people then
They'll
get
get a
reduction?
rebate. They will.
They do.
they're
They
gonna
get a couple of
bucks.
Well,
And a bar of
actually-
chocolate,
I have to
apparently.
make an
They
admission.
get to sit in the ashtray.
I have to make an admission about food. I've actually had a food habit all my life. I've been known to have 3 meals a day.
Really?
I really have. And I went cold turkey for a while, but then I ended up having that on crusty bread with a cranberry sauce, and that didn't help me either.
Well, the
Is
other
this
thing that
topic-
I've
is this
actually
about
got
airlines making money because it's come out. This has come from. We need to say it's come from an ex-executive from Qantas.
It is.
He wanted this, but they kicked him out anyway. So he couldn't have been too good at. If he was that good at Qantas, why would they?
But a lot of, yeah, a lot of
what I
companies
have an
knocked
issue-
it on the head anyway.
What I have an issue with is back from 1926 to 2008, women used to weigh from average 59 kilos. Now it's 71 kilos.
That's the size of one of
Average
my
male
legs.
was 72. Now it's 85. So
You've just described my lunch.
why has the seats got smaller?
No, I agree.
And the space got smaller and we've got
I can tell you
bigger.
now,
I wish I was the average size.
I went to Phuket. I nearly said Phuket.
I'm not going to get weighed.
We went there, and I didn't even have 5 centimetres between me and the seat in front.
Oh, they probably lean
cram
backwards
people.
on you.
No, but they cram you in like you're so tight.
But
in
they're
the seat.
introducing those new seats where you have to sort of just sit
Almost
like that, like on a
like that.
saddle.
You might as
don't
well stand.
You might as well stand. But I'm disappointed. Sorry, but
No,
I'm just
no,
disappointed
no,
because
it's
I
all
was
right.
so
I'll just
glad that
sit
Oprah
quietly.
came over to Australia. I'm stroking you, make you feel better. Oprah Winfrey
Do we have
came
time
over.
for
That's the
another
last
topic?
time.
Guys, we need to move on because
Okay.
we've got just enough time for that last topic.
Oh, yeah, it's
this one's about Facebook.
Yep.
Oh, I hate
and this.
Can I
Yeah.
ask just in the panel first,
Yes.
who's for and against Facebook? Just say yes or no. Are you
I
for
use
it?
Facebook.
You're for it?
No,
Ted,
never touch it.
I like it, but I
You
just...
don't use it?
Well, I do use
You
it,
don't
but
like
I
it?
don't put anything into it.
Okay, and I don't like it either. But Ted, what's the story
Well, there's
about?
basically an immigration detention officer who was stood down because of what he put on Facebook. And I don't think it's necessarily what he put on Facebook, it's that he put something there. And if it's politically incorrect, you're in that job, you know that if it's
His
wrong...
management looked at it.
Why do people put these things
Yep.
on Facebook? They think the
We
world can't
were
see
talking
it.
about people who take a sickie and then on Facebook
Yes.
put, I went to the beach, had a wonderful time with the girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever.
Yep.
Management are looking at your Facebook. Do you guys think there's a privacy issue there where we should management
If you're
shouldn't
stupid
look
enough
at
to
your
put...
Facebook?
Why
Yeah.
shouldn't they? It's out there. It's
I
public
wouldn't
property.
put, I
It's in the
wouldn't put
public domain.
private or
Do you think
personal
you use
details
common
on
sense?
Facebook.
If you knew you were sick, you wouldn't go be putting pasting.
Oh, I never do when I chuck a sickie. I always just watch Oprah. I don't put anything about it on Facebook. Not
Would
that
you
silly.
sit on your
No.
Facebook
And say,
watching Oprah?
No,
And
Eating
I just
popcorn.
write something like cough,
sick.
cough. And then people go, oh, bless, she really is sick.
But what I cannot understand, cannot understand why people think that others don't read what they put
I can
out there.
I know. I
on
can
the
tell you
side of it.
exactly why that is because they're stupid.
one of the
They're
I
things...
think you're
we
right,
agreed
you
with
know,
that.
Fred,
I mean,
for once
who would
you're
put
right.
on there? Who would put on there? I am off sick today and I'm going shopping. And the employer, someone's going to tell the employer.
I've actually got something that could be quite controversial here because my opinion on that is he works in a particular place that he needs to be respectful of, I guess, where other people in different cultures. However, he's still on Facebook, that's his personal space. So he really, to me, is entitled to have an opinion because there's so... Whether everyone agrees or doesn't, it's his private space to have his
Well,
opinion.
he can have his opinion, but if he gets bitten on the bum, we'll
He's
say
gonna
yeah.
pay the
We're
price.
saying we all collectively agree Facebook's okay to communicate on, but you're pretty stupid if you put
If you put
personal stuff
personal-
on.
Remember that when you write stuff on Facebook, it is there
Someone
for
will see it.
life. You can never remove it because I've written stuff on Facebook and I've tried to get rid of it and you can't. So remember that, kids, before you type in something about your boss.
Just quickly, you're looking forward to all the new shows on television, Young Talent Time, Big Brother,
Biggest Loser.
Biggest Loser, Celebrity One.
No, I'm not.
Great
I was
looking
thinking
forward to
about-
those facts.
I think
I am.
our next
I love-
No,
bitchin',
they're
guys.
set up. So really
I was thinking about the
Have a think
couch.
about it, guys, because I'm thinking TV for the next bitchin'. We're going to talk about some of the new TV shows.
Oh, okay.
I love
And maybe
Biggest
what-
Loser because it makes me feel better about myself.
So keep your thoughts. Let me thank our panel for today, our bitches for today, of course. From over here, from this side, the right, we've got Natalie Foster. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Ted Bull, thank you very much. And June Kelly, thank you very much. We will
guys.
catch you to talk TV on the next bitchin'. Thank you very much. Time for us to take a break. Here's coming up after the break. We've got Spin It to Win It, where we give away some fantastic prizes and maybe an iPhone 4. So stay tuned. You're watching The Couch 2012.